it cause I got the heels up on my feet. You better watch my rap and down while I'm jugging on the beat. The swag I got was killing it. You got up in these streets and vocals do not mean a thing if you can't drop it on the beat. My name don't need no introduction, just know that I am. Just some respect on that cocaine while I'm in this business. Step up in it cause I got the heels up on my feet. You better watch my rap and down while I'm jugging on the beat. The swag I got was killing it. You got up in these streets and vocals do not mean a thing if you can't drop it on the beat. My name don't need no introduction, just know that I am the house. Some respect on that cocaine while I'm in this thing. My time is money, so if you gon' fuck, you better make it quick. I'm coming for you, head in my bottle, I'ma take that shit. I'ma take that shit. I'm a boss, I'm a boss. All up in the room doing boss. I get boss checks, I get boss rich. Get the money fast, not spend it quick. I'm a boss, I'm a boss. All up in the room doing boss. I get boss checks, I get boss rich. Y'all do what y'all can, and I do what I want. Y'all do what y'all can, and I do what I want. Y'all do what y'all can, and I do what I want. Never been the type of chick to clear a room or up. I let them just talk and listen to it, never gave a. I try my son and then I pick my money up, and that's why what is that it doesn't do. Don't switch my money up. I never sold out. I switched up in a real since day one. If I say they made me, okay, then make another one. And I say that I put myself on it. I ain't a bit of baby mama.
You're listening to Cocaine. That's Jewel Princess Johnson. You can check her out on YouTube, IG Cocaine. That's Kokayeena. Cocaine.
All up in the room doing boss. I get boss checks, I get boss rich. Y'all do what y'all can, and I do what I want. Y'all do what y'all can, and I do what I want. Y'all do what y'all can, and I do what I want. Hey yo, I needed your permission to be, but something said they never gotta be displayed.
Every time I text your phone, never reply back. Every time you miss my call, I'ma call you back. Should I go back, go back, go back, go back? Should I go back, go back? Yeah. Every time I text your phone, never reply back. Every time you miss my call, I'ma call you back. Should I go back, go back? Go back, go back, should I go back, go back? Or should I? Let me make it easy though. I know, right on my phone, let me pick up when I call. When you see me, you ignore though. Got me on my logo. Why you do me like that? Why you do me like that? Going through the town though, doesn't mean do me slide. Keep hitting your line. Going out of my mind. Young fans don't respect it. Can't make a second guess it. But all the time is gonna invest it. Everyone's gonna test it. Do you answer a question? Ain't no more suggestions. Get why you're so protective. Why so much aggression? He loves and affection. These two hoes pay attention. These two hoes are led. These two hoes are led. No, girl, just let me know. If it's someone else, if it's not me, you fail. If it's not me, you fail. But I failed. Why you fail? What's your deal? Tired of being alone. Every time I text your phone, never reply back. Every time I miss my call, I'ma call you back. Should I go back? Go back, go back. Should I go back? Go back. Every time I touch your phone, yeah, they look out back. Every time I miss my call, I'ma call you back. Should I go back? Go back. Go back, go back. Should I go back? Go back. Or should I need you back? Come through. Late nights. I'm alright. I'm alright. If I left you, I start to lose track of time. I start to lose track of time. So much could be going on, but it's you that's on my mind. It's you that's on my mind. Then feels friend about you, but you wanna be played here for a fool. Just give me what I need, and maybe we'll be rocking, we rolling, we swagging, we surfing, just doing what we want all day long. And when I'm not with you, baby, it might drive me crazy that you never pick up your damn phone. Every time I touch your phone, never reply back. Every time you miss my call, I'ma call you back. Should I go back? Go back, go back. Should I go back? Go back. Every time I touch your phone, never reply back. Every time you miss my call, I'ma call you back. Should I go back? Go back. Go back, go back. Should I go back? Go back. Or should I?
Please leave a message after the tone.
She said, don't you be talking, boy. And when you're with her, you're not busy, you just hit ignore. And when I'm busy, nigga, I'm busy, not her been a whore. And when I found out you were done, you knew my heart was to it. I already told you what I've been through, but I guess you a dumb, stupid ass nigga, just very sentimental, just like fuck with my mental. You damn sure know where I'm on, you already know what I'm into. And that's you, nigga, but do you. I show you that real love, that you that real love, but do you. You the type that would kill love, you can't even feel love, but do you. Can tell you never had real love, if I don't kill love, but do you. Nigga, you had no clue. I said, first of all, you wrong, I just gotta let you know. I'm not here doing me to myself, don't even know how to be a hoe, but I'ma let you have it. You the only female I talk to my phone, I'll let you grab it. You always speaking static, why can't you just fucking trust me?
Y'all, we vibing to K.Credle sounds, and that is our first interview of the night. And so as soon as we listen to a couple of tunes by K.Credle, we will commence. We'll commence with tonight. So enjoy the tunes, and we'll start vibing in a minute.
I'll show you the love, but you will love, but do you? Get entitled with your love, you can't even feel love, do you? Can tell you never have real love, if I don't get love, but do you? Do you? Think you have no clue? Truth, how dare we go to war to call a truce? White flags, luggage bags, deploying back home to you. A soldier for your love, go AWOL, you see the proof. If I go the extra mile, I ate it like fresh fruit. suits. I ain't lying, Detroit bias, logical, shady too. I've been battling steep climbers and climbers, though it's brute. I'm 40 ounce of brew with courage that I consume. I got a firm grip on that ass when you assume. See, I just need the space, the renovation in the room. This bed I'm isolated and dreaming in space with you. Daydreaming, day drinking, my niggas can see it too. I've been in the face, taking and pacing back in the room. Then boom, a landmine imply my sudden doom. I stepped into a time where it's essential for the truth. A COVID-19 couldn't stop my job from you. I stimulate, reinvigorate like checks do. I'm checking up on you, my subscription is past due. Papa was a Rolling Stone, I got you covered too. When I was 22, my shorty hit deuce. Didn't get to drink a few on the 21st when she bloomed. And I can smell the fumes of the spring sprung too. When the beds are being led through the rain shine through. And when it rains it pours, I pour on my cup full. Strike back like thunder, build the empire renewed and fought through. This is life we know. We will. This is I show you that real love, that you that well love, but for you, you the type that would kill love. You can't even feel love, but God, can tell you never have real love. If I you get love, but do you? Nigga, you have no clue.
And so that was The Way We Live by K.Credle. The first one was Fall Back. Fall Back. You gotta click the link.
I told you motherfuckers that I'm coming, let's go. I'm a Minnesota, I don't do this for show. Niggas
Wait a minute. Okay, you got the link? All right. All right, well, you can click it and come on in.
Yeah, when I'm doing this, I don't do it for sure. When I'm pulling up, I don't pay at the door. Numbers going up, trying to give me the doors. When I'm looking for a show, I need an open for those. Remember doing open mics when I'm trying to showcase.
What's up, y'all? Start watch party, share the live. Let's rock out tonight. Excuse the profanity, but it's creative expression, and this is the artist. All right, 2 minute countdown. 2 minute countdown. The other link. So it appears our artist is having a little bit of struggle. He wants to be live on YouTube, and he doesn't want to come over to the actual platform. So hopefully, with this 60-second countdown, he'll be on. All right. So what I'm going to do is, first and foremost, let me just thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you to all of the artists who decided to submit music for listening, for review, and things of that nature. It's really, really cool. So what's going to happen, though? In 30 seconds, it will be consulting time. And you already know who I am. So I don't need to keep introducing myself. Y'all already know who am I. It's Lily Mae. And definitely, definitely, definitely thank you so much for tuning in. So interact with the guests. We definitely want you to know that It's Consulting Time features interviews with business owners, entrepreneurs, industry moguls, and a variety of artists and global influencers. And so tonight, it is now the 7 o'clock hour. And I want to just go ahead and jump right in because the gentleman of the hour that we're going to be talking to for the first half of the episode is an interesting guy. He is seemingly a musician, I'm going to say, that turned into an entrepreneur. And so I think that this is going to be a spectacular episode. I'm very, very, very excited. He's going to tell us the story of how he was a music artist and he turned into a business consultant. So without further ado,
What is good? What is good,
what
world?
up, what up, what up? That's right. Talk to the world. What's up with you?
It's your boy K.Credle. You know, doing the best I
Okay.
during this pandemic, but we're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be good.
That's it. That's it. That's it. So look, let's just dive right in. So tell the platform all about who you are, where you come from, and how it all got started.
So again, my name is K.Credle, and yes, that's my name, family name, especially the Cradle. Um,
Mhm.
so yeah, I'm from Jamaica, Queens. That's in New York, and pretty much I got my start through the church. You know, watching my father grow up. Seeing my oldest sister, which is Moon Sky, who was VP of the label, Cradle
Smooth
Entertainment,
side, turn up.
was also on my latest record, Fallback. So I mean, pretty much watching them, throughout my childhood, and getting a lot of pointers from them, inspiration from them, and fast forwarding, when I ended up going to college, got my business degree in that, and I pretty much my passion for music just grew extremely tremendously throughout college. So I just chose to move forward with that and apply the business side of it and just combine the two. And now we're Cradle Entertainment record label. I have my LLC for about almost 2 years now. So it's
Okay.
we growing.
All right. So let's step back. So you said you started out with the music in the church, but I think what's significant is that you spoke a little bit about you went to college for business, right?
Right.
And that's kind of, is that what more motivated you to kind of start the label, or how did you decide, okay, I want my own label?
The crazy part, when I first started school, my
Mhm.
first major was journalism because I love to write much. But I was like,
Oh,
I didn't see how it would apply to where I was heading. So I ended up
okay.
into business. But honestly, at first, I wasn't even thinking about record label. For those people who know me closely or do their research, I played basketball from the age of 5.
You know, I already told you what's up with that.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna be down there eventually. I'm gonna be gonna see. Either I'm gonna be down there, or you're gonna be up here. Find
Okay.
that out. But pretty much, I didn't really know. Shout out to Virginia State University, the Trojans, because
Trojan.
my oldest brother, he went there, and he pretty much that's where he started his clothing line called Meticulous, and I was pretty much helping him on the business side of the promoting, and
Oh, okay.
so
Okay, wait a minute. So I'm hearing a lot of things. So I'm hearing journalism, which means you love to write. I'm hearing business, 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 all in the family. I'm hearing marketing and promotions, and now I'm hearing label, which all of those things collectively you need to be able to, run your label. And then you spoke about the LLC, which means that you've been working on the business side of things. But let's go back because I don't want to get to the middle. We got to go back to the beginning. So, what is your motivation for music?
Honestly, I get it a lot from the people, and
Oh,
and a lot of situations and a lot of issues that I'm going through that I thought I was by myself. We're going
uh-huh.
through networking and just getting my name, my music out there. I have a lot of fans that or support, well, fans and supporters that reach out, and they tell me that they're going through mental issues, depression or anxiety, things of that
Absolutely.
sort.
Absolutely.
And um, for them to listen to my music to cope with that, it puts a great responsibility
Mhm.
with what I do. So I am very particular as far as what I say and the message,
Mhm.
delivery, and my music, because it does matter. So I'm making sure I am paying out great content, quality, but at the end of the day, that um, is true to who I am and the message that I'm getting across.
Okay. Okay. So, what were some of your favorite instruments growing up?
I'll say keys to this day.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
keys and drums for sure.
Mhm.
Because with the people in the drum,
Okay. All right.
if anyone has ever seen my videos of my performances or had to been fortunate enough to see me live, they know that my band.
Uh-huh.
I shout out the Bad Kids and the Resistance. They
Bad kids.
they know that we bring the energy. So I'm hype. I'm doing my thing on the mic, but then I got my keyboard, player, Vinny Keys. He's going crazy. We're like all this energy on the keys.
Okay.
I'm going, I'm going crazy. Shout out, King Scrappy. So yeah, we pretty much, be doing our thing. So yes, that's those are my favorite instruments.
Okay, so your music, you seemingly have an interesting style. You have a lot of different things going on. How would you describe your style though? Like give me some words to describe your style.
Um, it's funny because I'm always developing a new sound. I'm always working on a new sound, but it's definitely airy, definitely unique. Um,
Okay.
definitely just in its own spectrum. Like there's no one when you hear my music. There's no way you can say I sound like someone. Like I go out be out my way. So it's like um yeah, and I'm pretty much that inspiration of doing that comes from you know um listening to the Kanye's, the Kid Cudi's, the Gambinos, and just how different they are, and they're not afraid to be different, and
Okay.
just
That'd be different. Okay. So I think your mic went out for a minute. Did you go bye-bye?
did it. I don't.
Okay. It paused for a minute, but it's all good. It's all good.
um,
Like I know you said different, dare to be different. And I think that's what I'm finding to me. Nowadays, everybody sounds the same to me. You know what I'm saying? Like when we listen to our mainstream artists, everybody sounds the same. And it's just kind of like, yo, hold up. Like, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? And so when I listen to a song and that joint just hit me, and I'm just like, oh my God, I need this. Now, granted, I love to hear a song and it take me back to something that I used to listen to.
Mm.
But it's like, okay, this is okay. But when I listen to you guys, I listen to you in Moon Sky, and it's just kind of like, ooh, okay, I like that a little bit. Like I'm feeling that. So with that being stated, are there any individuals who would you most like to collaborate with?
Kid Cudi, Travis Scott, Kanye, Gambino, Big Sean, Don Toliver.
Uh-huh.
We can throw Drake in there. Um,
Okay. Okay, Drake.
yeah,
Okay.
well, yeah, those, but I would say definitely, I would say Kid Cudi, Don Toliver, Travis Scott. Like those are probably like the main people
Okay.
I would collab with, and because I'm not the type of person that, oh, I want to collab with whoever's popping. Like, no, I'm gonna collab with who makes sense for my sound, and those
Ooh, okay. Okay.
people that I feel like we have similarities in our sound. So
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
think it would when we collab, it would actually be dope. Instead of just having a name on your record, like, oh yeah, I got him on my record, but it don't even sound like meshed together. It doesn't sound in tune with one another. So very important in music. It's more than just a name. It's a whole vibe that has to be set, and that creates greatness.
Okay, well, let's listen to a little tune so they can see the man behind this sound. This is Fall Back.
Every time I text your phone, never reply back. Every time you miss my call, I'ma call you back. Should I go back, go back, go back, go back? Should I go back, go back? Yeah. Every time I text your phone, never reply back. Every time you miss my call, I'ma call you back. Should I go back, go back, go back, go back? Should I go back, go back? Or should never made it easy, no. I know. Baby on my phone, never picked up when I call. When you see me, you ignore, though. Got me on my logo. Why you do me like that? Why you do me like that? Going through rough times, though, doesn't mean you be strong. Keep hitting your line. Going out of my mind. Mother fans don't respect it. Can't make a second guess it. But all the time done invested. Everyone's about to test it. Do you love me through a question? Ain't no more suggestions. Get why you're so protective. Why so much aggression? He loves and affection. These two hoes pay attention. These two hoes are led. These two hoes are led. No, girl, just let me know. If it's someone else, if it's not me, fail. If it's not me, you fail. Feel like failed. Why you fail? What's your deal? Tired of being alone. Every time I text your phone, never reply back. Every time you miss my call, I'ma call you back. Should I go back? Every time I text your phone, never reply back. Every time you miss my call, I'ma call you back. Should I go back? Go back. Go back. Go back. Should I go back? Go back.
Hey.
I need you back. Come through.
I see the Don Father out there. He vibing with it. He said he would love to work with you. You got a good sound to it. So that's what's up. That's right. Let's cross promote and collaborate. That's what it's about.
Appreciate it.
So, guys, definitely make sure you go and check out the music. I just wanted to give you a little bit of the sound so you can kind of see what we're working with. Now, what was your inspiration for that particular song? What kind of said, this is what I want to talk about?
um, the crazy part, I wrote it in the shoes of someone else.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
And I felt like they should have fell back off the situation they was in, or I felt
Oh,
they was pretty much stuck in between, or if they should move on, or see if they can salvage the relationship. And
okay.
um, the crazy part, I ended up writing it into existence for myself, and I was in a predicament where I pretty much put my ex girlfriend in a situation where she gonna take me back or where she gonna move on. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow.
Um,
What you do? What you do? We're gonna get personal. What you do? You did something. What you do? What you
I
tell the truth, shame the
I
devil.
don't got enough time to go through that list, but at the end of the day, I was young, and I admitted to my mistakes. And one thing about
Okay.
I take responsibility, for my actions, and
Okay. Okay.
very it wasn't easy, but it was. I definitely couldn't have been mad at her for moving on. Just trying to,
Understood. Understood.
I just
Understood.
I just put it in music, but I'm good now. That was a while ago,
Okay.
but it definitely matured me. So I don't.
Oh, okay. Well, we ain't gonna go there. We'll talk about that
Yeah,
off the
the
camera.
one is the last one, so I'm taking my time right there.
Okay. 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 So let's talk career development. So what are some places you performed?
Uh, well, I would say the notable places I've had performed. I first started out in Massachusetts where I went to school. At
Wow.
Rebecca, performing, going to bars and lounges out there just to
Uh,
be wet, as far as performing. And then once I came back to New York, I was doing shows in Queens, Brooklyn, Manhattan, doing shows over there. The once I
okay.
was building up um, more of a name, I was able to do legendary, notable spots such as SOBs, which is well known in New York City. So it was a pleasure
Okay.
to do that show. I've done Columbia University, so I performed there. I
Cool.
Southern Connecticut State, so I went to so that's two schools I've done, and it was very dope vibes. It was through the ASA programs, which is the African Student Association programs that they had.
Okay. Okay. All right. Shout out to the ASA. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Definitely, thank them for giving me the opportunity to showcase my talent, in those schools, and definitely help grow my following. But the latest one I did was before this, shenanigans. Um, was the one in Brooklyn that I did at Kingsland, where I was actually headlining. I did a headlining show there, and I did a headlining
Oh
show
wow. Okay.
at the Paper Box. So I had two headlining shows within a six less than 6 months span. So
Wow.
yeah, so I'm doing my thing. I'm doing my thing, just trying to build
I
it.
see. I see. Okay.
Yeah, we gotta do a song because I got some people from that's in VA, some
Absolutely.
in VA.
Absolutely. We definitely are gonna connect. We definitely gonna connect. That's already we already got the wheels turning. We already got them turning. We just gotta put them on the road. So, all right. Now, where we are now and where you are now, what are some of the mistakes that you wish you could have avoided?
Um, that's a trick question because I really don't have any regrets. Like everything that happened had to happen.
Okay.
I went
Okay.
out of school. Um, my school didn't offer any music business, so I just knew business. Like that's it. So
Absolutely.
as far as how the music industry was, running and the music business, as far as that stuff I had to learn on my own. So being able to negotiate, you know, ticket sales for, as far as contracts for doing shows, how to maneuver through that, how to book
Mhm.
and, building leverage and just I don't know, just pretty much just being my own man is things that I had to.
Absolutely.
So I learned going to panels, going through the tough road. I know any independent artist can attest to this. Doing those artist showcases, can teach you a lot. I've been in showcases where it was like 60 performances, 60 performers, and like I've been through some craziness. So it's like you gotta see who's really there to actually help your career and who's just trying to benefit off your aspirations. So
Absolutely. And you know what? That's a word in itself. That's a word in itself. And I think sometimes what I notice is that a lot of artists get caught up in the hype. They get caught up in the hype. They get caught up in, oh, my following, da 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 da. But is it quantity or is it quality? Because for me, I think that I speak for a lot of people that they would rather have the quality. Like I want quality people backing me. I want those friends that's gonna tell me, yo, that's trash. It sounds crazy. But I also don't want people in my camp that feel like they have all the answers either. Because I think that sometimes we do. We're surrounded sometimes with people that are our biggest crippling factors. You know what I'm saying? We love them dearly, but sometimes they're our crippling factor. And I think that you saying that the showcases definitely have helped you, and you acknowledge the fact that you have to have some kind of spirit of discernment out here in the industry.
right, that's not no, that's not no easy tasks. I've been in situations where I paid to perform and I was able to make my money back plus some. I've been in situations
Mhm.
I make it back doing to ticket sales, and
Mhm.
I've been on both sides of it, and I'm actually on the other side of pinning it together, building that.
Absolutely.
That's what it's all about, is creating your own leverage for any independent artist or any entrepreneur in general. And whatever you do, it's all about building your leverage.
Absolutely. Now, how do you feel the internet and social media, for that matter, impacts the industry and, independent artists? Because, I see how everybody, everybody seems like everybody I know doing something with music, right? But I
Yeah.
noticed that people want to be the show stopper instead of the show developer. And I like the development side of things, but how do you feel like the internet and social media is playing into that?
Uh, it's. I mean, there's pros and cons to everything.
Mhm.
So I would say this. I mean, we can do this right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, through
Absolutely.
media and technology and things of that sort. Because imagine going through this pandemic and you can't talk to nobody. That would have been crazy.
It wouldn't have been fun. Wouldn't have been fun. Uh-uh.
I mean, I would have found it regardless, but it does make it easier that we can still have certain outlets that can release our stress, at least
Absolutely.
somewhat. You know what I'm saying? So, I've been doing, a lot of people been doing virtual open mics or virtual
They
performances.
have. Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I, I held my own. I mean, I got somehow I'm still getting booked to do shows, but it's like going through that, and I'm considering I might do it. I've been offered to do a pay-per-view streaming performance, so
Kudos to you.
might do it. I'm not sure.
You know what's interesting to me? And shout out to everybody that's watching. You listening to K.Credle, and he is magnificent. A wonderful person and a spectacular artist. It's funny to me that people classify themselves as the best, the greatest, whatever, based upon their numbers. And that's fine.
Mm.
But I think we have to start to really look at how, with your numbers, how many of those numbers are organic? How many of those numbers are quality? Because we quantify everything, but you can have 1,000 pennies and you can have $1,000 bills, right?
Nah, that's
You
that's
feel what I'm saying?
that's true, and I feel like it's getting cracked down on. Instagram and even with Spotify. I'm fortunate to be in a loop. With certain things, but record labels, there are people that's buying streams or like they're gonna know, and they're going through the process right now, filtering all of that stuff out.
Absolutely.
Um,
Absolutely. Definitely. Definitely.
but
Definitely.
and then it's like you got Spotify for artists, like these labels is looking at your numbers, the true numbers. So um,
Mhm.
you gotta find a way to keep it organic, or it won't benefit you at the end.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, what's next? What does your future in music hold? You have any other ventures you want to talk about?
Well,
Oh, you hit a little southern twang now. Wow.
I got family, that originate from North Carolina, South Carolina, and what else they call it ATL down there. But no, I mean, for me, it's getting merchandise together. I know I've been waiting on that, so I'm still working on that. Hopefully, that can be by this summer that can be all sorted out, so I can have T-shirts and things like that out. Um, and I'm still working on my next album. Hopefully, the studio can open up pretty soon because I got a lot of stuff to lay down, and I'm prepping for this summer and next summer. But right now, my focus outside myself is on Moon Sky, which is another artist with us, with my sister, the VP. So we're working on her album, her project, and yeah, we're just looking to get in the studio so we can just record this stuff. A lot of records that we got just chilling right now.
Wow. So, how is it working with your sister? Like, how is it working as an artist, but okay, this is my sister at the same time? Because I know y'all probably be like, look, I'm not doing this. You can't tell me how to do this. I'm not doing this. No, you do it. No.
Yeah, it's beautiful because at the end of the day, that I can't remember a day I didn't know my sister. Like, she's 3 years old. She's seen me every single day of my life. So it's like with the relationship that we have, we're able to, be truthful and be like, yo, you know, I think this, I think that, you know,
Uh-huh.
I mean, with any sibling or any business, you have your ups and downs or whatever. But at the end of the day, we both know what the agenda is. We both
Absolutely.
page, and I'm excited for her because she's been doing music longer than me, and it's fortunate enough to be the one because I used to just watch her perform and
Okay.
everything. Back when I was just focusing on sports, so
Wow.
to be the one helping her is like caught people off guard, and I'm like just showing people how talented I truly am and what I naturally showing my natural ability. So, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to work on her single and push that, and get her out there um, the way that she.
Okay. 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 So, what advice would you give to aspiring artists or aspiring business owners who seemingly may want their own label?
Okay, so what order do I want to go in first?
Oh yeah, definitely. Let's because this, to be honest, I don't think this is something that we can just talk about briefly. Like it,
Yeah,
you have to get into it because a label is a business and it's a special type of business.
right. So I mean, from the business aspect of it,
Mhm.
wanting to be a master's ownership is very, very, very important. uh,
Mhm.
and making sure that you just have the right people around you. And I know it's easier said than done. It's like, yo, I don't have friends that support me, or I don't have this support.
Mhm.
I would say, manifest it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, to take action as well. Like I met all the people that as a part of my team is people that I met by doing doing traffic, like making it happen, and moving my 2 feet.
Okay.
I met them at events. Um, my business partner, my director of operations, shout out Felicia Charm Thomas. I met her at a panel where it was the Source magazine was there, MTV, um, Vivio was there,
Uh-huh.
B there. It was a Rock Nation, Columbia was there. So it was a lot of names in there. But what I grasped from those panels is to network with the people that's with you on the same level as you, because the people that's on the panel, then 9 times out of 10, like there's nothing really they're gonna do for you. You know what I'm saying? It's all about networking and level on that with the people that's on your level, because that's what the people on the panel. That's what they say. That's what they did. You know, so I never. I network up sometimes, but for me, I've had the most success networking with people on the same level as me.
Absolutely. And I think it makes it beautiful when you can grow together because leverage. You network with the people around you and then you start to leverage yourself and then you start to move. And I think that's the beauty of it. Now, as far as networking and business, what are some of the things that you feel like are your strengths? What are your strengths with the business side of things? Outside of education, because we know we put a lot of emphasis on education. And I mean, clearly you can see behind me, but I
Mhm.
think we take for granted that there are simple things, there are common things that we should be taught and that we should do every day and just without hesitance that truly kind of propel us.
Right. There's a lot of things that um people have to be born with or have to look at it. And I would just
Mhm.
having that that drive or having that will or like you hear it all the time that you have two people who can be the same type of talent. They can be just as talented as each other, but
Mhm.
what might separate them is the mental. You know what I'm saying? Because
That's it.
me in life is 90% mental, and that's just something I carried on from basketball because there's a lot of talented people, but what separates everybody is the mental capacity and the consistency and the drive to want to be great and want to continue to, you know, level up. And a lot of people don't have that drive, that's fine, but that's what's going to separate everyone from each other. Like I work to the T, so it's probably too much. Like my business partner is always telling me to rest and I should do this, I should do that, but
Mhm.
I can't until I get to a certain level. So, and even when I get to that level, I probably still wouldn't. So we gonna keep going until I just can't.
I know that's right. And you know what? I think that's what it's about. Perseverance. I think sometimes what I see is that people wanna take shortcuts. And my thing is you can take shortcuts, but so far. Shortcuts are gonna still, I guess I look at it, shortcuts are gonna still put you back on the main road. Like, have you ever taken a detour? And I know I do it on the highway all the time. I'll get off on one exit and try to take the back roads to get to a closer exit, only to find when I get off the exit that I'm trying to get off on, traffic still backed up.
Mm.
Sean Michael Harrison said facts, passion, perseverance, and patience. And I'm going to put that up, Sean Michael Harrison. Don't you forget to subscribe. Yes, 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 yes. I agree with all of that. Passion, perseverance, and patience. And I think your story speaks to that. Now, my question for you is, do you miss basketball? And is music I don't want to say compensation, but does music kind of give you something else?
Um, I have my moments, you know,
Hmm.
in basketball, but I think it's more so what came with it. Because what came with it, I was away at school. I had freedom, you know, what
Okay.
I'm and just being with the guys, you know what I'm saying, and the attention, that I got
Mhm.
with playing basketball. But there's a reason, because people are like, why did you stop and everything? I could have went pro. I could have played. Could have continued to play, but it just wasn't in my heart to continue to play. And
Okay.
music had music for would forever have me, and I think of the long game and the longevity of everything. Music is always going to outweigh because I'm gonna have to put down the basketball eventually. So with music, I can, forever just keep going. I can drop an album at 50 if I want to. I don't know.
Absolutely. Well, that's
So,
her.
yeah,
That's
I don't know
true.
how much I'm gonna keep going with it. Eventually, I just want this door to open up others.
Okay.
But yeah, I miss it sometimes, but I don't regret making that decision. So
Okay. Okay.
I get more attention doing music now.
Ah, uh-huh, uh-huh. You like that, you like that groupie tension.
I love to inspire the world. That's what I like to.
Oh, okay, okay. That's what we call it now, inspiration. Okay, you are inspiration. So I
Now,
know you said that you want to work on some additional projects. Any thoughts about what that's gonna look like, or have you started already?
so what's next? For the people that haven't heard my debut album, Love of Two Part One, which is available on all streaming platforms.
Okay,
Pretty much more so hip hop rap driven.
okay,
Um,
okay,
with hints of R&B in it as well. So
okay.
I do showcase my singing ability a tad bit. Um,
Oh, sing some. I'll put you on the spot. Sing me some. Come on, come on.
to answer your question, so I have that's out, and then I Fall Back, which is out now, is pretty much the transitional record
Okay,
for what so definitely expect more R&B, pop, those type of
okay,
vibes more so moving forward.
okay.
Yeah,
I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you to sing something.
I don't, I gotta sing.
And we would love, I think the people would love to hear you sing something. I think it would just be magnificent. Once again, folks, you're listening to K.Credle and Cradle. We are definitely vibing, enjoying this. He's really, really chill. That was one of the things that I enjoyed about conversing with this gentleman. He absolutely loves music. Music is life. Music is what he's made up of. Everything about him is music, even down to the jokes on the basketball court. It's all about music. And so, absolutely. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the children want to hear you sing a little something, something.
All right, so I'll do this for you guys since I have a love for all of you. I'm gonna show you guys an exclusive. So um, this is called The Chase, and this is pretty much where I'll be heading. Now, once I get to the studio, I'll be able to, get a final have so far. So y'all let me know what y'all think.
Okay.
You give me butterflies. You give me butterflies. I was fun and I love it. Yeah, I do. I'm in love and I know it. But you are too. If you love me, let me know. Or let me go. If you love me, it will show. It will show. Yeah. Please get to the side. You need to decide. Yeah. Already decided. Cut off all of my sidekicks for you. Really hope that you vibing. Can you give me a sign? Yeah. Tryna be a shiny line. Yeah. Shorty OD, heaven sent. For you, I tell you celibate. With the cookie, got me delicate. With a black queen, almost definite. Why you gotta be so hesitant? Oh, baby, yeah, you really shy. You been hurt, you been told lies. I know what it feel like. You been hurt, I know. I've been down that road.
Please open the door so that I can help you. I'm so strong and I love it. Yeah, I do. I'm in love and I know it. But you are too. If you love me, let me know. Or let me go. If you love me, it will show. It will show. Yeah. I'm just strong and I love it. Yeah, I do. I'm in love and I know it. But you are too. You love me, let me go. Let me go. You love me, so it was I'm the one who know it. I know it. I'm so strong and I love it. If you love me, let me go. Let me
Oh, okay.
let me go.
Okay, lip sync. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Okay, lip sync. I like how you did that, but that's all right. That's all right. I got you.
it's
So
cool.
shout out where everybody can find you on social media.
Yes, yes. So you can follow me on Instagram, uh, K period CREDLE underscore official. Honestly, once you just type in my stage name, K.Credle, it'll pop up pretty soon. So yeah, K.Credle underscore official.
Okay, website.
Yeah, so that's under maintenance right now,
Okay.
but now you can actually still go to cradleentertainment.com, and that's where you can actually view um, the debut album, which is available on all streaming platforms. If you want to follow me on Facebook, it's K.Credle. So you can follow you can follow me on there as well.
Okay, okay, okay. So K.Credle is really been really real. It's been good rocking out with you. I think the last thing I want to put out there is how can someone connect with you relative to features, collaborations, just working with you, if they're interested in production and things of that nature.
I mean, you can always email us as well. You can email Cradle, CREDLE, ENTMGMT at gmail.com. Or you can just hit me up on Instagram as well. My email is set up through there as well. So
Absolutely.
easy to find. But yeah, you can always tag me in whatever you're working on. If you want me to check out anything. Yeah, I have no problem checking out people, checking out other artists, and that's my next album. Actually, is gonna have. I'm actually happy to be having a lot of features on it, so
Okay.
I have I have no problem. If you fire, you fire. Like if it makes
That's
it,
what's up. I love it. I love it. I love collaboration and I love people that are always open to networking partners. So thank you. Thank you for being with me this evening, for being with us.
thank you for
And
friend. I was like,
okay, okay. So you do it when it's time to go, but it's all good. That's all right. But it's been really, really real. And like I said, thank you so much. And we will definitely stay connected.
yes, for sure, for sure. I'm gonna DM you after this.
I got you. Bye. So you just heard from K.Credle, and guys, let's just listen to um the tune. So what's going to happen is in a few minutes we're going to transition from music to business, and you know it's consulting time, and you know that when we think consulting we think business. So I'm going to let you listen to the tunes of the artist Paw-Pin. Now she was supposed to be on, however she did have a conflict, so we're going to listen to her music in honor of her absence. Now, ladies, this is gonna get you up out your seat.
It's Pawpin on the check. I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready to get this money. I'm gonna bounce that all the way to the floor, and I'ma shake it till I can't no more. Saying, oh, who's that? Oh, who's that? Don't shake that. Don't play. Ain't got no money. I ain't really got no time to wait. My time is money, trust. I ain't even came to play. My time is money, so it's time to get paid. I'm gonna bounce that all the way to the floor, and I'ma shake it till I can't no more. Saying, oh, who's that? Oh, who's that? Don't shake that. Don't play. Ain't got no money. I ain't really got no time to wait. My time is money.
Y'all know I want to get up and twerk, but I'm not. Cause y'all ain't gonna be calling my mama talking about me. Y'all. So you're listening to Paw-Pin, the real Paw-Pin. You can check her out on Instagram at the real Paw-Pin. That's at TheRealPawpin.
You don't wanna be the only one to rap. They digging me and his girlfriend too. I took that and fight up on them so they know what to do. Yeah, I'm gonna leave in the coop and all this thing free. I'm pushing all that 97 while your shit is on E. I get these yeah, oh so sick to me. I make these yeah, oh so tip to me. I get these yeah, oh so jealousy. They wanna fight over, they wanna be in my sheets. Can't put the blame on me cause I'm somebody you wanna be. And if it ain't about that money, then it ain't for me. I'm gonna bounce that all the way to the floor, and I'ma shake it till I can't no more. Saying, oh, who's that? Oh, who's that? Don't shake that. Don't play. Ain't got no money. I ain't really got no time to wait. My time is money, trust. I ain't even came to play. My time is money, so it's time to get paid. I'm gonna bounce that all the way to the floor, and I'ma shake it till I can't no more. Saying, oh, who's that? Oh, who's that? Don't shake that. Don't play. Ain't got no money. I ain't really got no time to wait. My time is money, trust. I ain't even came to play. My time is money, so it's time to get paid. I tell her what it do, throw some rats for it, and then I'm leaving in there as soon as I get bored. I'm from the know ya, I'm that baby, I always want more. And if you offer me 3K, I'ma want more. I'm in my money zone, ain't no competing because I got my own. Y'all living off y'all baby daddy's living off alone. He in the club every night, you doing something wrong. He gotta hit a phone. I don't stress over that ain't my lingo. I be in the club, I be doing my thing though. Get your money up when you got to sing go. I'm on my money when you got to fight the Rico.
All right, guys. So here we are, and we're back. I just wanted you to hear a little bit of Paw-Pin since she couldn't be here with us this evening. But look, the shift is real. The shift is getting ready to be real. And what you are up for now is something. So get your notepads out, get your pens out, because it's about to get real. You know it's consulting time, and you know that Sanaj Consulting definitely was founded on the premise of career readiness, academic advisement, and really social capital and the building thereof so that we can build self-sufficiency. So tonight, I am proud to have with me a young lady who is spectacular in her own right? So born in Oklahoma, graduate of the University of Central Oklahoma, she is now acting as the marketing and media coordinator for Domination Nation with master business coach Aprille Franks. And if you've never checked out Aprille Franks, you might want to Google her, baby. But I don't really need to introduce her because she's going to introduce herself when she speaks. However, I present to you Miss Ceanti. That's Ceanti.
Hey, hey, can you hear me okay? Am I good? Am I live? Am I good?
Look, we got this color going on. That's what I'm talking about. That's
Yeah,
what I'm talking about.
yeah.
They not they
Summertime fly, yes.
look. You introduce you because you have so much going on, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited that you're here tonight.
Thank you so much. I'm really excited to be on here. I think this might be my first podcast interview. So I'm excited. I've
I
been,
love your podcast virginity. Oh my God.
yes. Thank you so much. I'm really excited, and I appreciate the opportunity to be on here because I know people's podcast lives. You could have people on there. It's your baby. You put me in front of your audience, so I do not take that lightly. I appreciate it so much. But yes, my name is Ceanti Aldridge. Oh, I'm sorry. What'd you say?
I said I thank you for being here.
Oh, well, yes. Come on, Black Girl Magic. We here for each other. But my name is Ceanti Aldridge. I go by Audacious Ceanti online because that's who I'm trying to become. Just a bold, best version of myself, living beyond fear. That's my motto, to become my own life goals. And I work, like Lily was saying, I work for Aprille Franks with Domination Nation. Aprille is a master business coach, helping, just empowering women to really just live the kind of life that they want to live, so they have the money, the impact, all that they want to have and want to make. And June 4th, it'll be 2 years that I've been working with her. I am the marketing and media coordinator, which means I help with all of our marketing efforts, coordinating, making sure things are going out, emails, social media content, creating content, scheduling, helping come up with different campaigns and different things like that behind the scenes. Anything that you see, if you know Aprille, anything that you see about marketing, those posts are usually me. When it's like her personal and all the other things, that's Aprille. Aprille hired me, but she on there just as much as me. Yeah, y'all need to get to know them.
Y'all gotta come over to the Domination Nation side, baby. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, if you are an entrepreneur, if you are building a business, if you're a coach, speaker, author, any type of service based business, any type of business, honestly, because you can use those the tools in any area of business. But if you are an entrepreneur, especially my women, men are welcome too, but especially my women, you want to follow her. She's just like no holds barred, no sugar coating, just all about business. And really, she wants to see women succeed. So she don't take like games. Like, no, you can make this happen. And so it's just been incredible to be able to work with her, because I've known her since probably 2012 or I think 2012. And so knowing her for that long, and I was a stan before I started working with her. I was a big fan, peeping everything, showing up to the events. So now I get to work with her and see all this behind the scenes and how like her heart really is to see women empowered. Like, no excuses, you can do this, execute. So yeah, and so it's been encouraging me, because I've had a side hustle for a long time that I've played around with design, invitation stationery, and Wix websites and everything. But I was like, I can't be working here and not like, doing things that I say I want to do too. Like, because she out here pushing people into their goals. So then I really this year started focusing on my design business, doing Wix websites and stationery invitations, text only logos, different things like that. So that's what I have going on. So yeah.
So let's explore that a little bit, and then I really definitely want you to jump in. Tell me a little bit about your brand and kind of, how you figured out it was the right idea.
Okay, are you talking about with Domination Nation or with
your business? Because I know that that's a part of your journey, but your business, how did you figure out, you know what, I want to do this. This is the right idea.
Oh man, let me see. Okay, I have to go back way to when I was a little girl. My mom used to have me on the computer, make me a program for this church event, make me a birthday card. I don't want store bought birthday cards. Yeah. So I started just playing around, tinkering on a computer when I was little, elementary school, right? And my mom always wanted me to do stuff and even though when I look back, I'm like, oh, that was so trash. But my mama loved all that stuff. And so still to this day, she'll have me doing invitations and programs and different things like that. So it started that young age. That seed was planted, like where I realized I like doing design type of things. And then when I was in college, I was a president of my sorority, Beta Sigma Chi Christian Sorority Incorporated. And we needed flyers because, in college, you just posting flyers everywhere. You putting yours on the 100 other flyers on the board. And we didn't have a budget for a designer. So I was like, let me get on this computer. And I started really doing that kind of stuff. So the seeds were planted where I was like, I really love this. And I wasn't great at it, but I loved it. So I just started playing around with it a lot. And then eventually I realized like, no, I really like this. So I just started doing more and more of it and more of it, and got a little bit better at it. And that's with the like invitations and flyers and business cards and different things like that. And then I would always be on Wix, making my own self websites for different things, stuff that I wouldn't publish, stuff that I would publish and then be like, I'm not gonna do this. But I got really good at putting together those type of websites. So then I was like, I want to offer this as a service last year. And so the beginning of this year, I launched it. But it really was just from seeds, like coming out of necessity. Like my mom made me do this when I was little. Then when I was in college, we needed somebody to do it. And I realized that I really enjoy designing. And so then it just turned into a whole bunch of different other designs, event planning and decorating, all that kind of stuff I really love doing. So that's how I just kind of fell into it, and it became a passion. And then because it became a passion, I started doing it more, and I became more skilled at it. And I'm still not the best. I'm still not the greatest, but that's the thing. You don't have to be. You don't have to be the best.
No.
But what I do, people love. People love. I'm always like a little bit like, okay, I'm gonna turn her in this design. Ooh, hopefully it's good. But if it's not, I'll fix it. But people always love it. And so it just came from, it was something that I just started doing. Then I became passionate about it, and then I got more skilled at it. And so,
wow.
yeah.
So, all right. As a child, you know, your mom let you be creative. She gave you the freedom to create things for her. She motivated you. She inspired you. And then instilling that confidence in you. Because I had to talk about this the other day. There's a difference between arrogance and confidence, right? 9 times out of 10, I'm holding strong to this. Arrogance is associated with lack.
Yeah.
Confidence is associated with provision.
Yes.
And so your mother instilled that in you. So when you went to college, you knew you had to do something else. So once again, you heard your mother saying, you know what, get on that computer and create something. Right. It was in you, right? Yeah. And now she told you again, but now it's you. It's the little you in you saying, I got to do this, right? So now that you're here, and now that you are audacious, right?
Yeah.
What does that look like, though? Stress-wise, creativity-wise, financially? Because I think that's the part people don't really understand about being an entrepreneur.
Yeah, absolutely. For me, the hardest part of this is just the mental part, where you talked about the confidence. Because honestly, confidence was something that I struggled with most of my life. Like I could put on makeup, put on hair, and be like, yes. But confidence was something that I've always had to work towards. Like I, good self-esteem and value myself, but the confidence to actually believe that I could do this, that I could make this a business. And that's why I played around with it so long, because of imposter syndrome. It's like I can do it, but if I get out in front of people and do it, man, they're gonna think I'm not real. They're gonna find out I don't know everything. And so really struggling with that imposter syndrome. And so confidence is something that I've had to work on. And so for me, the toughest part of wanting to be an entrepreneur and what I see just dealing with our tribe and everything, I feel like a lot of the issue is a mindset thing. When people really like, they have the skill, they have the ability, they're following a great coach like Aprille, they getting the tools, they getting, all this insight, but it's the mindset of, can I really do this? I'm scared. What if I fail? What if I succeed? And then I have to live up to it. All these different issues. So for me, that's the hardest part, is right, getting past my own self-set limitations. And that's why I call myself Audacious Ceanti, because I want to become this bold person because I was shy and introverted and all this other kind of stuff. But I was like, I'm holding myself back and missing out on opportunities because of this. Like sitting like, oh man, look at everybody getting on stage and dancing. I wish I was brave enough to get on stage and dance. Just get up there and do it. Like do it. You want to. So don't worry
That's
about
it.
fear. And so
That's it.
to me, I think the hardest part of entrepreneurship is people getting past fear and that mindset of can I really do this? And the brokenness, the hurts, everything. I feel
Mm,
like people think that entrepreneurship is going to fix them. Like, oh, I'm going to do this. But the thing is, until you really work on yourself, heal your hurts, your childhood traumas, all these
woo,
different things, it's a mindset issue that you're not going to
we-
be able to succeed. Even if you are successful, you're not succeeding at the level that you could because your mindset is really keeping you at a certain place. So for me, that's really been the hardest part is really just getting past those fears, that mindset of, can I really do this? Am I really capable? uh, Nobody else around me has done this. I haven't seen this. Am I really going to be able to be the first person to do this?
That's
Nobody else.
it.
And, all this stuff going on in your head. Sometimes
That's
it's from outside forces, but like me, I was the one telling myself, like, are you really able? Are you really capable? So yeah, I feel like the hardest part of it is mindset. And once you get past the mindset issues, once you heal, that inner person, like the outside becomes much more easier to do. You'll find a way to get the finances. You'll find a way to make the sale. You'll find a way to get the teaching, the learning, the training that you need because it's like you will have this different mindset, like this, I can do this, I will do this. But until we work on that part, we're just not able to
that
succeed at
part.
the level where we really want to. And even if you are succeeding at some point, I mean, to some level, it's not the level that you really could be at if you would work on that inner person.
That's it. That's it. That's it. Wow. So, all right, let's jump in because what I really want you to jump in on is the importance, the importance of that consistency and the importance of content when building your brand because I'm always talking to clients and I'm saying to them, you got to be consistent. You got to come up with content. And it's just like I'm talking to a brick wall,
Yeah.
even giving examples of content, then trying to help people understand what consistency means.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely, if you're building a business, you're building a brand, like the first thing you want is credibility and for people to be trustworthy. And so
Mhm.
here and there and everywhere and missing and not showing up when you said you were going to, or they only see you once every 3 months and you really excited for a week and you posting, but then they don't see you 3 weeks later. It's like you're not building trust. People are like, she might show up, she might not. He might come through, he might not. So the to me, the most important, like the reason you want to be consistent is because you want to be trustworthy. People
Absolutely.
need to know that like you show up, that you do what you say you're going to do, that you're going to provide the services, the offers, these things. Because if you can't post online, personally, I feel like, and this is what I hate. This is what I hate. Let me side note this: when people you only see them online when it's time to promote what they're selling. Like you haven't built no relationship, you haven't made any connection with us, but now you
I'll drink.
mad. Sip of water real quick. Now
Absolutely.
you mad that nobody is listening or paying attention
Mhm.
to what you are offering, but you haven't built relationship, you haven't connected. And just Facebook, y'all know how the algorithm work. If you're not posting and getting engagement all the time, your stuff is not going to be seen. So even on that side, you need to be consistent so that you're getting engagement and you're getting those comments and things. People are sharing what you're posting about because you want to be seen just on that basic level. You want what you do post on social media, on Instagram, on Facebook, LinkedIn, you want to be consistent with that so that your stuff is getting more engagement, so that it's getting out to more people, so that you're reaching your audience. Because if you've been gone 3 weeks and then you decide to come post, like, well, people might not see it. So people who might have still wanted to try your product, wanted to, take you up on that offer, they're not seeing it because you haven't been online. So Facebook and Instagram ain't worried about you. Like your stuff is just in the like out in the boonies somewhere. So it's so many reasons to be consistent, even on that practical level, so your stuff is seen, but also so that people see you and that you appear trustworthy. Consistency is
That's it.
I was going to say consistency is king. Content is definitely king, and I feel like people make that process. We make it very difficult. Like, oh, I can't come up with stuff. Like, this is what you do. This is how you help people. You can come up with the content for it.
Mhm.
So yeah, and then with Aprille and Domination Nation, we had a whole challenge about creating content, and so we put that inside of our Tribe Domination Academy. But this is a challenge, and there are simple ways and processes that you can really strip down. Take one
Content is
piece.
cash.
Yes, 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 yes. Content is cash. Uh, but yeah, there are ways that you can really take one piece and strip it and break it down. I feel like we're just so um, quick to make stuff super, super difficult. Um, and make it like so hard to where it's like and get overwhelmed within ourselves without actually sitting down and having a plan. Because I feel like if we would sit down and plan stuff out, like, okay, what do you need? What are you selling? Like, let's say this quarter. All right. So when do you need to start promoting? Okay. So what do you need to do to lead up to that promotion? You need to connect with people. You need to build relationship before you just start selling, 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 selling. So stories. You need to be telling stories. You need to be getting, tugging at people's heartstrings. You need to be entertaining and educational and providing tips and tools and how tos and going live. You need to be doing these things. It's simple things. You just have to sit down and think about it. And that's when you sit down and you make the plan, that's really where you can build that consistency, because once you have the plan, you can get the content together, you can put it out, and you're not doing it every day because you already have the plan, you got the stuff scheduled. So when life happens, and because things will happen, you may have to miss a day, you may do all this kind of stuff, but when you have that plan ahead of time, you can plan to be consistent. That way you're building that credibility, so people trust you and they know that you're going to show up and that you're not just coming just to get their money, even though the whole everything you're doing is leading up to the sale. They don't have to know that. It doesn't have to feel like that. Like, dang, she only come when she wants us to buy her stuff. She having a sale, so here she go post it. Like, no, you need to be consistent. It's very important for your business, for your brand, so you don't seem like just that person that as soon as we become friends on Facebook, you just hop in my DM like, hey, I'm selling these teas. Like, hey, I'm selling this house. Like, hey, I'm selling this. Like, no, build a relationship. Let me see what you're doing, and then when you do it right, I'll come to you. So yeah.
And that's real. It's so funny that you were talking about the algorithm, because I've realized that. I've realized, because people see my stuff that I posted a month ago, and I'm like, I posted that a month ago, but I'm like, wait a minute, that means you're seeing me. I'm visible.
Right.
And then also, I think that consistency, making sure that we have content, but also making sure that your content is quality content. Can you speak a little bit about quality content?
You definitely want to provide value to people. You don't want to just be posting random quotes that has nothing to do with your brand just because Oprah said it. You don't want to just be sharing basic memes that have nothing to do with your business because it was funny. Like, there's a place for motivation. There's a place for funny. There's a place, and you can make it work. Like, let's say you do share a quote that Aprille, I'm about to say Aprille, that Oprah that Oprah said. Why are you sharing that quote? Maybe you can share it and be like, when I was a little girl, I never felt confident. I always struggled with this, and this is why this quote means so much to me. And this is why I offer this service, because I know what it feels like to struggle. You have to make those things mean something to people. You can't just be posting what means something to you. You got to think about that's the first place to start, really. Think about what is it that your audience, that you're trying to sell something to, that you're trying to, change and impact their life. What is it that they need? What are they dealing with? Are they single mothers? Well, then talk to that. Talk about if you're a single mother and what that was like, or if your best friend is a single mother and you see that struggle. That's why you're offering this service. Like, you have to provide value, and you have to do it in a way. The only way that it's valuable if it's reaching and touching the people. Like, it could be really good, but it's not really valuable if it's not connecting and building relationship with the audience, the people who are reading and watching the video. So you want to connect with their heartstrings. You do want to make them laugh. Like I said, you want to provide tips and how-tos, and you don't want to just give them some surface level stuff and then be like, but you can get more when you buy my product. No, give them the value now. Give them the value of it now. This is something that Aprille always says, and that I took to heart. She was like, I could give away everything for free. She was like, I could give away my mastermind, tribe domination, all the things that we sell. She said I could give it away for free, and people would still have to come and hire me because I'm the one who can help them. Like she was like, they have their expertise, but I have mine. And so even if I gave away everything for free, they would still have to come and hire me because they still don't have the expertise that I have. And so I feel like, so that really stuck with me, because when you
That's
know
it.
what you know, you can give people, you don't have to worry about giving away too much for free, because when they see what you have to offer, it's like, look, you giving away this for free. Like I need that paid stuff, because I need something that's gonna really, take it up to this next level. So don't worry about giving away too much. Give people enough so that they know that
That's
you're
it.
skilled, that they know that you're
That's
an
it.
expert, know
That's
that
it.
what you have to
Mm.
offer is valuable and that it can help them. You can't just give them, like, you got this 23 step thing and you give them half a step. You be like, you can come get the other 22 and a half when you purchase the program. We don't even know if we like this. Like, we don't know if this
We
is good. We don't know if this is gonna help.
understandable.
You said it's good, but we don't know. So give people value
Absolutely.
meat. So many times I feel like online we're trying to give away like the sides, not even the sides. You're just trying to give people a roll, and then you want them to come buy the whole meal based off the way that roll tastes.
Mhm.
No, let them get them a sample of the meat, the steak, the fried chicken, whatever the
Yes,
main part of the meal. Give them some of that so they know, like, oh no, I'm coming for the rest of the meal, and I'm gonna buy a meal again tomorrow and the next day and the next day. So you want to give people value, because that's the best way. Like it's if you giving people value, then it's like the selling them becomes easier. You don't even have to sell them. They just want what you have. Ads and all that stuff is different, but I'm talking about for your direct audience that you're already
absolutely.
connected with. You're providing value, they'll run to you because they like, I know she got the goods. I want that. But I feel
Absolutely.
like a lot of times entrepreneurs are doing it backwards. They're trying to give a little bit and then want you to come pay for the value. No, give the value and they'll come for the rest.
Absolutely. The turn off for me is you post a status for recommendations, or you're in a group and someone has posted that da 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 da, I'm struggling with this, or I need this, or whatever, and somebody comments, "Ooh, I can help. DM me." Nah, I'm not DMing you, but you trying to sell me something. I don't want.
Yeah. Can you help or not? Right here.
You know.
Yeah.
But I definitely get it. So if you're building a brand, you need to build trust and credibility,
Absolutely.
and content should be good and valuable. So
Absolutely.
tell me a little bit about what this means to Ceanti and her brand. How did this help you build your brand?
This mine is, it's a constant work in progress, because I'm learning, and like I said, I'm overcoming like these lifelong mindset issues.
Okay.
And so it's really, but it is very helpful, because it's like, Ciante, you can't just post that you're designing websites. You got to give people something. Why should they come to you for your website designs? How can you connect with them? So it's something that I'm constantly working on. How can I connect? How can I make you see the value? How can I make you see that this is something that you need and not just something that I'm selling? That's the big thing. How can I make you see that this is something you need and not just something I'm selling? So really, I'm taking these things just step by step, like I'm telling everybody else, because like I said, I have to get over my own hurdles, my old
I know.
these what's the word I'm trying to think of? Blockages, these
Yes,
things that I
obstacles.
put in front of myself. Yes.
Thorns in your flesh.
Yes. That I put there myself. Like, it's
Yeah,
like, you the only one. God is like, I done did enough. Like, I gave you all the tools, you got to build. Like, I gave you the tools, you got to build.
that's it.
So I'm working on it one day at a time. Really, just, it's, for me, it's starting with just believing in myself more. Like, Ciante,
Mm.
you can do this. So once I start believing in myself more, then it's like, okay, let's go live. Let's talk about this. Okay, let's make this post. Let's tell this story. And not just, hey guys, I'm selling a website. Please buy it. But no, like, y'all, you need a website because this, and this, and this. Or I started doing websites, telling the story. Like, I started doing websites for myself a long time ago. And I realized I'm passionate about it, and I want to help other entrepreneurs be seen online. Like, not you have to connect. And so that's something that I'm working on, is learning how to really connect and do it in not just sell, but stories. And y'all, I do social media for work, so don't go look at my social media, because stuff ain't consistent. I be tired of it. I do social media because I work with Aprille full time, and so I'm doing social media all day. So when I get home, I'm like, oh, I don't want to work on mine. So don't do what I say. Don't do what I do on that. Work on your
I
social
know
media
that's
for your
right.
business. But
And I think,
I'm doing
I
it.
don't think people think about that. I don't think people think about when you're in marketing and when you're in broadcast journalism and stuff, you don't feel like doing that stuff when you get home.
Yeah.
You
And it's
know,
a mess because I need to, but it's just like I'm in it all day. So at home, I'll be like, So that's been something. It's just so funny because it's like, yeah, I do social media. I'm helping Aprille. You know, we growing here, we doing this, but don't look at mine personally. But that is something too. That's another thing that I'm like, this is this is it. Like you don't do it because you feel like it. I have to do it because I need to do it. And that's the mindset I'm starting to take on. Whether I feel like it or not, this needs to be done.
ooh,
So I gotta just
okay.
do it. And so that's where I am right now.
Nice
I had my smoothie
good.
today because I don't feel like eating healthy and having smoothies. I feel like Chick-fil-A, but I need to go and do this whether I feel like it or not. So yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. So please tell the people where they can find you and how they can access your services.
Okay. Oh, absolutely. I am Audacious Ceanti on Instagram. You can find
Oh,
me Ceanti, Ceanti. I'm gonna pop up first everywhere on Facebook, but I'm mostly on Facebook and Instagram. And my website is audaciousceanti.com. If you're interested in any design services, you can just click the design button in my website. All that, my web design, all of that is on there. And then as far as social media, if you're needing assistance with building your social media, all of that, we have Tribe Domination Academy. You get so much just great training and info and all that. So you can, that's where I do social media. I don't do it outside of that because people are always asking me because they know I do it, but I don't do social media outside of our company. But yeah, for designs, audaciousceanti.com, Instagram, audaciousceanti.
all right, all right, all right. So, Ciante, let's close out. Any final thoughts or words of encouragement for those out there who have an idea, but they just don't know what to do with it?
Yes, I get that. My encouragement for people is always just to one, like Audacious Fiance, I'm working to become this bold person, but it's a day, one step at a time process. So while you have this idea, take the pressure off of yourself that you got to know how to execute it 100% already. One day, one step at a time. Your first thing might be just to write it down. Like, what is this idea? What does it mean? Why do I want to do this? Your next step is talk to somebody. Like, does this sound good? What do you think about this? How can I do this? Get around, talk to people who believe in you, love you, and support you. So they'll tell you
Mm,
the truth, but they'll be encouraging and all that good stuff. Don't just talk to any old random
that's
body
it.
that's just a hater or they just negative or they didn't do it so they don't believe you can. Don't do that. But talk to people who love you. So take it one step at a time. Follow people who can teach you, who can give you training and ideas. Join Domination Nation because we got over 18,000 entrepreneurs in there. You can find somebody who can
Absolutely.
partner with all that good stuff. Keep listening to podcasts like this where people are coming on and they're going through and they know about certain things. Definitely. So take it one step at a time. Your idea is great, but also don't stop with the idea, y'all, because we get a million ideas, but having ideas does
Yes.
not change the world. Executing those ideas do. So make sure that you do take it one step at a time, but take it one step at a time. Don't get stagnant. Don't get stuck. Move forward with it. And that's my encouragement is to really just don't get overwhelmed, but don't sit on it either. When you get that idea, start with your plan, writing it out. Cause like God in the Bible would say, write the vision, make it plain. So get your plan together, write that thing, and then start just one step at a time. Start researching on, yeah, we have so much information and stuff at our fingertips. It's like, well, I don't know who to talk to. I don't know where to go. Get on Google and start looking up stuff. Get on YouTube, and
Yes.
then you can take it from there to the next step to the next step. So definitely take your idea. Don't get overwhelmed. Take it one step at a time, but make sure that you are moving forward with it. Because if that idea is on your heart, then you could definitely accomplish it. And somebody out there needs that idea, whether it's a shoe, a new T-shirt, or whether it's some rehab program, whatever it is, somebody out there needs that and they're looking
I
for
agree.
it. So you need to execute.
Wow. Oh my gosh, Auntie. Thank you so much. Thank you
Thank
so,
you.
so,
This has
so
been
much.
awesome.
Shout out to Aprille Franks, Domination
Yes.
Nation. Guys, check it out. Please check out Cianti if you have needs. And everybody out here now, want to be an entrepreneur. So I know y'all need a website and more
You
stuff. So
do.
call her. Hit her
Yes.
up on the DM on Instagram.
Yes. Yes.
Really, you will come back. You will. I'm telling you. You know, back in
Oh,
the
yes.
you
Anytime.
coming back,
Anytime.
baby.
Yeah,
Yes,
yes.
yes,
Have me back. I'm excited.
yes. Well, thank you so much, and you have a good night,
You
darling.
too. Bye, y'all.
You heard it. We started out with a young entrepreneur, K.Credle Entertainment. We ended with Miss Ceanti Aldridge of Audacious Ceanti, and she is the marketing coordinator for Domination Nation with Aprille Franks. Guys, it's been real. It's been really real. I think this was an awesome night. And just remember that I'm always coming to bring you joy, jewels, and justice. Have a great night, everyone.